Well, Sevilla 3, Manchester United 0, a very disappointing result coming in from Spain. Guys, I must be realistic. I never saw this coming, guys. I never saw us going ahead to capitulate to this level of really conceding this number of goals stupidly, because all of those goals were avoidable. That's it. They are preventable, but we find ourselves conceding stupidly. And that's what happens when you fail to raise your levels from the minute one in games like this, when you give away a win that was really ridiculous down in down in down in down in Old Trafford. Or at Old Trafford, remember at Old Trafford, we led by 2 goals to nil until the 81st minute. That's when we conceded, I think, the first goal of the game. And then they came out and really leveled. All those were own goals. Today we've gone ahead to do a lot of mistakes down in Spain. And obviously we've gone ahead to really dance to our own music. So guys, how are you guys? I know you're watching us from my go by the names of Rock and David. It's very devastating. It's very devastating, and it's really something that you wouldn't like to know about a team of Manchester United coming out and really acting as I want to hate to act here today down in down in Sevilla. Lots of things to talk about. Harry Maguire, David Gea, and obviously no player of United really went ahead to really go ahead and redo the needful, and obviously put in the shift that you would have gone ahead to really call a very good performance down in Sevilla. And you saw to it that from the word go, Sevilla, we are playing on the front foot. They brought their A game, and in just 8 minutes, through Harry Maguire, they found themselves in really scoring against Manchester United. Very, very, very horrible. Very horrible. And I think Ten Hag is going to be fuming, but he has some questions to answer as far as this beautiful game of football is really concerned, because certain changes were really called up for by him, and he couldn't really go in and really call in for them. And it's the end of the journey that started with us being defeated by Real Sociedad, and then we managed to finish second in that group. We found a team known as Barcelona. We knocked it out, Rio Betis, and again another Spanish force has gone ahead to revenge on behalf of its fellow Spanish teams, and we found ourselves in a position of really losing this beautiful game of football. But this was the moment that really came in through to really give us a very huge blow into this entire game. Look, that was the moment. That was the moment. Harry Maguire, around the 7th minute, tells David De Gea, get me the ball, get me the ball. And it's Harry Maguire who asked that ball, as you see in this photo. He asked for this ball. After asking for this ball, they played him in. He went in for a sloppy pass. After going in for a sloppy pass, it resulted into a goal. And let me tell you, if Harry Maguire receives this ball on a half turn, he had 1, 2, 3 players and maybe Aaron Wan-Bissaka behind him willing to give him support, But because he never scanned very well when he was really receiving this ball, he found himself in a situation of having nothing to do, and he just ran short of ideas. And that's what really caused us this goal. And this is where I come out and really say, guys, it's high time we let this guy off. That's it. It's high time we let this guy off, because the more we keep him at the club of Manchester United, the more we are going to cost ourselves such problems. He's a calamity, and sometimes you really feel a little bit for Eric Ten Hag. Sometimes you feel a little bit for Eric Ten Hag that what can he do in such a situation? He's in a situation where he has most of his defenders that are really fast choice injured. Rafael Varane, 3 weeks out. Lisandro Martinez's season came to an end, and he's only left with Harry Maguire. Luke Shaw, who would have come in through and really played in the central defense position. You understand? He's just one of those that has just come from injury, and him coming from injury has just really put us to a situation of really not playing him at the start. And I think Harry Maguire is a player that most of us are really pinpointing on, because if we don't concede that goal in the first half, I think we have a chance to go through. But we concede that goal in the 8th minute, in the second half, in the beginning of the second half, we concede another one. then the game is over. The game is over. If we don't concede that Harry Maguire goal, we go to halftime 0-0. Even if we concede one, there is a chance for United to come back and pull back one to put ourselves in a situation really securing this score. That's it. But Harry Maguire, every day, every time, he'll cost us, you know? And he has a very, is it called, how is it termed? Bad spell on, he has a spell on him. He has bad luck on him because the day Bruno Fernandes was out of the team, you know, Harry Maguire had a chance to prove to us that he can lift this team and take it to the semi-final. And today, he has shown us that he's not the captain of that team. The captain of that team always has been Bruno Fernandes, because every time Bruno Fernandes is on the field of play, we win. We win. He lacks leadership skills, and there is no way you can go ahead and really command your fellow players on the field of play after capitulating like that. You know, giving away that first goal just takes you off the captaincy of Manchester United. And I'm so much happy that he got a second yellow card in the game against Fulham, and is not going to be part of our semi-final game we are playing at Wembley on Sunday with Brighton. Because if you have Harry Maguire in that team, if at all he was available, Eric Ten Hag would have gone ahead to start him. I don't know why, but would have gone ahead to start him. That's why sometimes I come out and really blame Eric Ten Hag. You face Brighton with that defense and Harry Maguire, we are done. We are done. We are totally done. So, Harry Maguire deserves to be sold. That's it. He's not an Eric Ten Hag player. And as you see on that thumbnail, Eric Ten Hag is holding on his head. Do you know why? Do you know why? Because he knows what this is all about. He knows that he's not having the players that he really deserves. You know, if he's having his first 11, he knocks Sevilla out. At Manchester United, that is Old Trafford, when the game was 2-0 in the first half, he had literally every player that he wanted on the field of play. You know, he had his first choice players on the field of play. That's why we found ourselves in a situation of really winning that game in the first half. And when we took off those players, that's why Sevilla came back into the game of play. And this Harry Maguire guy is a calamity. He's a calamity, and let's admit it. He's calamitous, and he shouldn't be part of this team of Manchester United. You know, he has gone ahead to do lots of havoc to this team, lots of bad than good, because he came out during the international break and said he has nothing to prove at Manchester United. That's what he said, that he had nothing to prove at Manchester United. And you ask yourself, how can a captain of Manchester United come out and really issue out such a statement that I have nothing to prove at Manchester United? Now, Mr. Harry Maguire, you say you have nothing to prove at Manchester United. Now, this scenario is in. What are you going to do on it? What are you going to do on it? All right? What are you going to do? What are you going to do after going ahead to put in such a result for Manchester United? And let me show you a little bit of it. I think let me first read some of your comments. I'm having Bashir Sendagire, but I don't know whether Maguire will leave my team. This guy needs to leave immediately, and I think he should be one of those players that Ten Hag should offload immediately. I think the list of players that Eric Ten Hag should hand in all over to the board to be really sold fast, Harry Maguire should top it. Harry Maguire should top it because he's really a player that doesn't really help the team where need be. You know, if that goal doesn't go in the first half, we end 0-0, and at least we go ahead and really try to build on something new. But the captain of the team gives a gift to Sevilla in the 8th minute, and we are 1 goal down because of him. We are 1 goal behind because of him. Trust me, if Sevilla never scored and reached like 30 minutes or 20 without scoring, they would have gotten frustrated. Pressure would have gone ahead to amount onto them a lot. But that gift Harry Maguire gives them, it changes the entire flow of the game. That's it. I will have to admit that even as we are playing very badly, but that goal piled more pressure onto Manchester United because every player was saying inside him that it wouldn't have been us, conceding such a goal. We would have gone ahead to concede a goal that Sevilla's gone ahead to put in all break sweat to score against us. But tell me a goal that Sevilla scored against us where they needed to break sweat. That goal is nowhere to be seen. I'm having Adepare Opeyemi. Please, Maguire is not good. Oh, that's it. He's not good and he's terrible. I'm tired of Harry Maguire. That is Moses Oyika. Then Onyet Silva. We should give out Maguire to any team for free. Yeah, and I think they're not going to sell him for free. But the problem of really selling Maguire is simple. Is one, he's on a very huge salary. Maguire earns £200,000 a week. And I don't know whether he will be willing to surrender himself to leave the club of Manchester United. I don't know why. I don't know whether he will leave because he looks like he's unbothered of everything happening at the club of Manchester United. I think even if he's like a fourth centre-back, fifth choice centre-back, for him, he'll be okay. He'll say, let me run my contract down because it ends in 2025 with an option of a further one more year. So the best thing that United should do, if at all they can't sell him, loan him off. Look at Victor Lindelof today. I think in that central defense, Victor Lindelof did a better job than Harry Maguire. Even against Nottingham Forest, Victor Lindelof looked better than Harry Maguire. And this leaves us in a situation that we are left with two central defenders that we can trust right now until Varane comes back. That is Luke Shaw and Victor Lindelof. And I believe if they can keep fit until Varane returns, I think they can win us games. They can win us games. Moses Oyika Maguire was the mess of his first goal. Yeah, and I've seen the English pundits coming out and really defending him and saying David De Gea was the cause of that goal. And I say, guys, look at this photo, and I want to bring it again onto you, and you really evidently see it. Look. And I've even had the commentator of the game saying that David De Gea shouldn't have passed that ball, that he should have gone ahead to pass it to Bissaka. I think if at all in this situation you pass it to Bissaka is being closed down easily enough, but Harry Maguire tells him, get me the ball, meaning that he had scanned and known that I'm safe, get me the ball, I'm going to play it now. Three players just cocoon around Harry Maguire, they bombard him, and they take that ball off him. But look at the players around him, Look at Harry Maguire trying to play a pass to Aaron Wan-Bissaka, blocked in here. And obviously, he goes ahead to score against us, But receive this ball in a half turn, receive it on the half turn, and obviously turn and really pass it here. Control with your left foot. No need to play that one touch, and obviously do the needful. But he lost his tempo for that goal, and Sevilla went ahead to really score against us. So I don't believe in anyone who's come out and said that Harry Maguire is not to blame. On any day, this is an era of Harry Maguire is going to hate to cost us as a team. I'm having Moses Oyika, my lord Harry Maguire. Then Musa Ahmed is saying, let Maguire go and play basketball. All right. I'm having Edwin. Will Martial be really available for the Brighton? I'm worried. Let's talk about the injury of Antoine Martial too, because to me, I love Antoine Martial, but he has only played, this is his third start consecutively. He started against Sevilla, started against Nottingham, played very well. Today, he was in the graveyard shift because the midfield couldn't pass the ball to the forward line of United. And Antoine Martial has found himself injured today. And I don't know what's really going to happen because it's really hurting to see him injured again. But it looks like it's not a serious injury, and maybe Ten Hag will tell us tomorrow as we really hear the press conference of United as we take on a side known as Brighton in the semi-final. Now, Sevilla, these are the stats. Sevilla had 20 shots. United had 16. Sevilla had 6 shots on target. Out of the 6, 3 were on target. Out of the 16, we had 3 on target. And I never saw any chance that could see us really score a goal. 38% possession by Sevilla. United had 62%, 285 passes completed by Sevilla. United had 482 passes, 68% passing accuracy by Sevilla. United had 83% passing accuracy, 15 fouls by Sevilla, 12 by Manchester United. 1 yellow card to Sevilla, 3 to Manchester United. And Casemiro was one of those that really got a yellow card. And if at all you went through to the semi-final, Casemiro wouldn't have played the first leg. Then Anthony got also a stupid yellow card, by starting the leg of, it was even a kick of Acuna. Then Luke Shaw lastly also got that third yellow card. 0 red cards to both sides, 2 offsides to Sevilla, 0 to Manchester United, 8 corners by Sevilla, of which 1 resulted into the second goal of the game, and then 5 corners to Manchester United in a way that really looked ugly and very bad in here onto this channel, which goes by the names of United Matters channel. So those were the stats and how everything really went down. But I want to talk about something else. Us losing the midfield battle. We looked ugly on the day. Guys, we looked ugly on the day. We looked really ugly on the day in the midfield because we never won the midfield battle. Every time we tried to build up something in the midfield, we couldn't win it because Sevilla came in through with 5 players in the midfield. They placed 5 players in the midfield. I'm having Maniholo Mohammadi, sorry Rokani, but what happened to Kosi? Kosi is having some issues. He called me last week and told me that he's going to start recording on Monday, but I don't know why. But I think he's soon returning. He's soon returning. It's all about school, and I think he's in his final year, so he's still finalizing, and I think he's going to return on the Arsenal News podcast. Then Habib Arafat Maguire is not good enough for United, bro, but they should let him go. Obviously, even if we put up a poll here, almost 90% will say Harry Maguire deserves to go. Unless you are a rival fan, you can go ahead and really support Harry Maguire, because you know that if I told you we are playing and we are having him in our team, you have a very huge chance to come in through and obviously win against us, because he'll gift you goals like the ones we're going to have to gift against Sevilla. Then I'm having Edwin, let Maguire go ride horses as a Prince game. Old Duke cause with soccer, he's off topic. More so far, Eric Ten Hag era. To me, I think Eric Ten Hag's hands were tied today. They are tied today, Sorry about that. Luke Shaw was just returning from injury. You wouldn't trust him to bring him to play this game of football. He just had to come in and play 45 minutes, and then we start him in the game of Brighton. That's it. And he only had 2 options, Harry Maguire and Lindelof. The other option was to play Casemiro into the central defense midfield, but would you go for that option? I doubt no. So Ten Hag today had nothing to do on the central defense position. Then I'm having Onyet Silva. Man United should go and tie him in the market. Even if there is no team who want to buy him, we terminate his contract. Now, I think there are teams that really like Harry Maguire because the England national team performs very well and puts in performances that are really legit there. But at the Manchester United side, the style of play of Eric Ten Hag doesn't really accommodate him. Why? You need to be having pace to play in that system of Eric Ten Hag. And right now, there is nothing you can do to increase the pace of Harry Maguire. That's it. He's slow as a snail, and it costs us a lot. And one of the attributes that is being praised to be best at is one that has seen him cost us a goal. He's being referred as to one of those best ball-playing central defenders. But look out. What has he played today? He was pressed down and obviously conceded in the 8th minute. Smash the like button, comment, and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload on daily. Honestly, as a United fan, it's time to move on David De Gea. I don't agree with that. Because David De Gea makes that mistake. I agree. He's a very big howler. But before he makes it, did you see United putting in any deliberate effort to get a goal? You guys, for me, I gave up when we considered the second goal because I never saw anywhere we were going to get a goal. Did you see us getting any goal? No way. We couldn't create chances. That's it. So David De Gea did a very big mistake. I agree. I admit. But you guys, do you know that even if he never did that mistake, do you think we are going through? Did you think we are going to go through? That is the big question. So to me, I don't agree with what you guys are really saying. Moving on, David De Gea, I disagree with it. Secondly, in this season, he has gone ahead to improve. It's his first season playing as a ball-playing goalkeeper. That's it. Amongst all problems they're having at Manchester United, David De Gea shouldn't be the first problem to be really tackled and solved. The first problem that should be solved is a Casemiro, a Casemiro backup who can play as a CDM. Then, secondly, we should tackle the problem of a right-footed central defender who should come in and obviously play in that position of Rafael Varane. Then, thirdly, a striker should be brought in at the club. After bringing those players, then you'll go ahead and really look at David De Gea, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, but those three players are really paramount in the system of Manchester United. We need to first tussle. We need to first settle that up, and then we look at David De Gea. No need. Alfred Kennedy, Nyihingira, Sevilla is so hard for Manchester United, but Maguire and David De Gea made mistakes, but we have to accept it. Let us focus on top four, even we don't see winning the other cup. So to me, on that point that we're going to have to really put in through Alfred, I'm with you because we are out of this tournament. After getting out of this tournament, looks like we're going to be playing like one game a week. That's it. And if at all you're playing one game a week, it will help our team to rest very, very well and obviously find ourselves playing games in a very given time. Injuries will be limited. After injuries getting limited, our players will be having enough rest ever since the season started, because ever since we got from the World Cup, we've been playing 2 games per week. Ten Hag has done a miracle, and kudos to him. He has gone ahead to pull out a miracle. That's it. But it's a blessing in disguise that this time round, you're going to concentrate so much onto the top 4. And obviously, we are going to be planning a lot onto the remaining games that are supposed to be playing in the Premier League. I think we've gone ahead to play 30 games. We are left with 8 to go. And I think United can find themselves in a position of really doing the needful and winning these beautiful games of football. So I think you're having a point in that. Let's go away at Wembley on Sunday, knock out Brighton, such that we face City in the final of the FA Cup. Facing them in the final of the FA Cup will be something good and paramount to stop that team from coming close to winning a treble. Because if Man City go past Real Madrid in the Champions League semi-final, and I'm seeing it possible, they are winning that Champions League. They are playing Arsenal on Wednesday. If they beat Arsenal, they would have given themselves 90% chances of winning the league. So that means we should find ourselves in a position of knocking out Brighton, and let's face Man City in the finale to deny them a chance to win a treble this season. And I'm having Habib Arafat. So without Bruno, we don't do anything in the midfield. Oh my God, that's not the case. That's not the case. The case was simple. The case was simple that we couldn't pass through the midfield of Sevilla because Sevilla came in with 5 central midfielders. They made it hard for us to go ahead and really passing through. And I think that's where Ten Hag got it wrong. We had 3 central midfielders, and I think would have gone ahead to shift to 5. You put 5 in the midfield to also go ahead and really congest the midfielders. They've gone ahead to do it and match those levels. So I think sometimes Ten Hag gets the tactics wrong, like he did in the first game. And even today, he has gone ahead to get the tactics wrong. Then I'm having Peter Klein. So many back passes from Harry Maguire. He needs to improve on that. Guys, he's not going to improve. It's time for him. He really left the club of Manchester United. That's the best thing that Harry Maguire can give us. It's the best gift that Harry Maguire can gift the fans of United. Habib Arafat, we need to get some more players. Obviously, we need to get some more players. We need to get some more players that can compete equivalently with those that are really available. Like look at the midfield of Manchester United. Do you know that if at all you're having Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro, Eriksson, and Sabitzer, if Danny Van Beek comes in through and really picks up, you are just one midfielder away to become one of those best midfielders in the world, because competition is going to be stiff. Quality at the club of Manchester United is really lacking, especially in the bench. That's it. Hans Nicholas Bloodstan. No, Maguire is off his post. Please go. He deserves to leave. He deserves to leave the club of Manchester United. Ruler, United is a shambles. Everything is a mess, starting from owners to players. To me, I think today it's Harry Maguire that cost us this game. That's it. We go in the first half when we are 0-0. I think this game goes to our next level. You know, even Sevilla just gets terrified. That's it. Prince Alex, please, can you see how Harry Maguire wounded Martial? Yeah. I've just found to know that I need to watch that video again, you know, that Harry Maguire might be responsible for injuring Anton Martial. As we considered the second goal, Harry Maguire found himself injuring Anton Martial. And let me have a look at it. Because everyone was asking himself, how did Anton Martial get injured? It's because of bloody Harry Maguire. Look. Harry Maguire injured his own player. A captain injuring his own player. Instead of minding and manking these people, he just found himself injuring his own player. It's abysmal. It's abysmal. And you still want to have such a player on the field of play? No way, guys. Harry Maguire shouldn't be playing at Manchester United. No way. He shouldn't be here. Let Maguire go away from our team. That is Perez. Thank you for watching through. Sam Lewis. Eric Ten Hag should go and get centre-backs from our reserve side. I'm tired of Harry Maguire. But Lindelof had a very decent game. Did Lindelof do anything bad today? It's Harry Maguire costing us a goal and obviously costing us our chance of really getting back in the game by injuring Anton Martial. If Martial kept on the field of play when he's really fit, you know, and Rashford came on, we had a chance to really break this team down. But even that chance was denied to us by Harry Maguire by injuring our best number 9. Hassan, Kamara, Maguire, De Gea, and the manager are the ones that are responsible for this. To me, I think it's Harry Maguire, guys. Because if that game, even if it was 2-0, let's put out, it's called what? Let's put out an analogy. You know that Martial keeps it on that field of play. Rashford is on. We are pushing high up the pitch. We make some good damage to the team of Sevilla. But with Harry Maguire doing that, very bad. Those are two big blows he gave his team. Perez, Eric Ten Hag, how can you drop Bissaka, then you leave Dalot in the game? Guys, let's be real this time around. Bissaka had a very bad game in the first half. Let's admit, he had a very bad game in the first half. He lost most of the balls. That's it. And he was taken off on merit. That's it. He was taken off on merit. And Dalot had a very good game today. So there is an agenda of people who really think that Bissaka should be playing ahead of Dalot. You know, when Aaron Bissaka plays very well, I come out here and say he has played very well. But today, Aaron Bissaka has looked bad. He has looked bad. That's why Ten Hag took him off, because he looked ugly on the eye. Ruler, I know Academy has better centre backs than Maguire. Don't go that way. Don't go that way. We just need to go out and really bring in centre backs. You know, if you can get in Kim Min-jae, or we can get in Julian Timber, or we can get in Disasi. There are very many good defenders all over the world that can come in and really get the job done. Like Harry Maguire is going to hate to fail to do the job for United. Klein, they outsmarted you in the midfield, causing you all the troubles in defense. That's it, I admit. We lost the midfield battle. We couldn't really match the adrenaline of the players of Sevilla. I believe Maguire will take Man United to relegation. That can't happen. That can't happen because we are 3 points ahead of Newcastle, and I think we are just nearing. We are 11 points away from concealing the top 4. That's it. If we get 70 points plus, we are concealing the top 4. Moses Oyika, let Ten Hag get a number 5 from the academy. No way going to the academy. Why should we go to the academy? You know, Harry Maguire shouldn't be played. Bring back Greenwood on our attack line. Let's wait and see what happens at the beginning of the season, at the beginning of the preseason. That is Sam Lewis. Then I'm having Lura. No United fan can support Harry Maguire. No, there are fans that support Harry Maguire. When I was letting him in the game of Sevilla that ended 2-2 here, I saw close to 2 or 3 people in the live chat going ahead to support him in here for you. So smash the like button, comment and share. Martial, another one who had a bad day in the office. I think had a bad day in office because he was not linked so much on the board by the midfield. Because if the midfield loses its stand, then what do you expect the likes of Sancho, Anthony, and Martial to do? They'll be in the graveyard shift. That's it. So I don't blame him. Then Conmat Media will lack the creative knowledge of Bruno Fernandes, but Maguire must go. Yeah, obviously we missed Bruno Fernandes today. We missed him, but if you're playing Sevilla with the players that we are having and the quality, you need to come out and win. But Harry Maguire just sent us to the Lions' Den, and obviously we conceded 3. De Gea must not be in goal against Sevilla, or else we lost. That's not the case. That's not the case. You know, that's not the case. All right, we conceded 3. Did United score even any goal? No way. If I had scored 2 and we conceded 3, then we'll come out and we blame David De Gea. But why should we blame him? You know, let's put the blame to the right people. Nothing to do now. Let's go and contest in the FA Cup on Sunday. That is Silva. Yeah, up to the next step to really raise ourselves in a situation of really winning. Happy Chris, the whole team performance was down. You're right. The entire team of United really performed very, 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 very badly. That's it. It performed very, very badly. And I think they had a very bad day in office. The entire team, you know. Thomas Donko Greenkins from Ghana, today is a bad day. My brother, it's a bad day, but we have nothing to do apart from really coming in through and obviously going on, meaning that we are out and let's concentrate on the FA Cup and sealing that 4th place. Old Port Charles Maguire was supposed to go during all the times, but could not realize that. Then also, I have seen Commander Bruno is very important in the defense, even if he complains too much. It's not only in the defense, he's the captain. We lacked a leader today. You know, Casemiro would have been the leader, but the problem is he cannot speak English. He cannot speak English. He's just started to undergo his English lessons and he cannot communicate with these people easily, you know. But Bruno Fernandes can speak Portuguese. He can speak Spanish, you know, and he can speak English, meaning that he can easily communicate with any player on the field of play. You get? But Harry Maguire can only speak English and is poor at commanding that team. And with him causing us to concede the first goal in the 8th minute, there is no way he could get his nerves back to command that team. He cannot. He cannot command that team. He cannot. Because even when he's supposed to be commanding it, when we are leading, he can't. When are you coming to Ghana? That is Emmanuel Comson. I think let's plan. I think towards the end of this year, I might make a tour and I really show up in Ghana and really see some fans of United down there. Then I'm having Prita Klein. De Gea's goal has no impact in this game. The first 2 goals is where we need to start our arguments. Yeah, that's what I was telling you, that it makes no sense. It holds no water if I told you come out and say that David De Gea costed us the game. The first 2 goals we concede cost us the game, you know. They cost us the game. This was like a cherry on the cake, not even an icing on the cake. De Gea's mistake that costed us the 3rd goal was a cherry on the cake. The mission was already accomplished. The body language for the players of United looked unresponsive. We're unresponsive, you know. We couldn't really put up a show and really put up attacks that could threaten Sevilla. Then Mbubi Hamza, Bambi, Manchester United, thank you for watching in. Then I'm having Cherop Alex, an Arsenal fan. Why Bruno wasn't playing? Was he injured? No, he was suspended because he got a second booking down the first game. Abajo, true. It's a shame for sure. Yeah, it's a shame. Then Old Port Charles. I'm even worried about Brighton if Maguire plays. I see Brighton is quite better than Sevilla. Maguire is out of the Brighton game because he got a second yellow card in the game of Fulham and is out. He's not playing. And I told you, that's one of the things that we really had chance. That gives us another chance to compete against Brighton better. Abajo, Bruno has a red card. No, it's not a yellow card, a red card. He got a second yellow card. And even if Casemiro had gotten a yellow card in the game of Sevilla played at Old Trafford, he wouldn't have been able to play in this fixture. Then, let's be sincere, Have we ever won against Sevilla? Never in life. We've never won against Sevilla. That's a fact. Cheer up, Alex. Thank you, my brother Abajo. Then Abajo Nicholas. It's a shame to us for sure. Our players, what is this? All right. The players really down tools today. Their body language was really bad. The truth is that even Brighton is going to knock us out. I doubt. I doubt. It's going to be Dalo or Bisaka right back. Central defense, Luke Shaw and Lindelof. Left back, Malacia or Dalo, Casemiro, Eriksson, Bruno Fernandes in the midfield. Right. Then Anthony, Rashford, Anton Martial, if fit. So I think we are going to be having a better team against that team known as Brighton on Sunday, and we can knock them out. Onyeyet Silva, why did Man United loan Twanzebe? We would have used him in that Maguire easily. I understand, but Ten Hag had not yet really gotten a good eye onto Twanzebe in the preseason. Twanzebe really found himself injured close to twice, and he couldn't really trust him. That's why he couldn't trust him. Then Man United, man useless is useless, and its name. Some comments. Then I thank Ten Hag for substituting Sancho because, man, I have never seen his impact since he arrived in United. But Sancho has had some good games at Manchester United. But I don't want to really put the blame on one player. Apart from Harry Maguire, who did his mistake at the beginning of the game. That's it. But the entire team played very badly. The player rating that I'm going to do next in the next 1 hour, you'll get to know that the entire team really looked bad. The entire team looked bad, So Sancho got how many games, got how many balls, and I saw him really cutting inside in the first half, trying to be a threat, meaning that all what we needed to do was to get him more balls. A player like Sancho, you have to feed him more balls for him to operate. That's it. Nasif Kalema, today is against us. Let's wait for this Sunday's game. The defense was so poor, even a single goal. The entire team was poor. The entire team looked bad. We looked toothless on the day, and the entire team is to blame. Then Onyeit Silva, why did Man United loan Twanzebe? I've already answered that. Now, I'm someone who doesn't believe in pedigree, but this time around, I think pedigree played in the favor of Sevilla this time round because of them getting what we call a chance that we've got any injuries. That central defense has been so much pivotal in the games we're going to have to win into the UEFA Europa League. Knocking out Barcelona, it's because of that central defense. Knocking out your Betis, it's because of that central defense. And in Sevilla, that central defense partnership played 45 minutes. Rafael Varane got injured, and Lisandro Martinez's season came to an end. And that really saw us in a position of really putting us in a very worst position altogether. But all in all, I want to let you know that things happen, and we just need to come out and redo the needful and obviously put in the shift that is really well deserved. So to me, I believe it's high time we did the needful, and what needful is supposed to be doing, it is simple. It is simple. Let's find ourselves in a position of really getting back to the levels they're supposed to be as Manchester United. Let's focus on the next game, because even if we are out, but let's fight for that game. Let's fight for that game. What about Phil Jones? Don't talk about Phil Jones. He came back and even got an injury. So for close to 4 years, he has not played a game. That is Phil Jones for you. Asile Ray, I'm worried of the FA against Brighton. The team is not a threat now. I think we'll come back. We are not going to allow to capitulate twice. Ongom Andrew Batrokani, for the scores of the season, we need an academy graduate defender. Meanwhile, we wait for the window to open. Who? No one can come in and do the needful. Let's wait and see. Rafael Varane comes back because he's going to be out for 3 weeks. We are having Luke Shaw and Lindelof. Let's really tie our season onto those. Fab Emma, since when we left Man United, I have never seen the positivity of English players who are only on form, but naturally they are poor. But I think we have some good English players like Luke Shaw has gone ahead to play very well. He has had a decent season. Marcus Rashford is really firing in all cylinders at Manchester United. Which other English player? I think Aaron Wan-Bissaka has kicked into you and put up a very good performance. So I think even Sancho has not done bad, putting in consideration that he was away for 3 months and he was undergoing rehabilitation in Netherlands. So you expect him not to hit the ground running and obviously adapt to the system of Erik ten Hag, because at Borussia Dortmund, he was really a luxury player and he was really dependable. So he was not involved so much into the running of the game. But this time around, he has to run and he's not the poster boy of Erik ten Hag, meaning that he has to work out a lot. Cherop Alex, tell us how we are going to see the defense line on Sunday. Who are we expecting in the defense of Maguire? So on Sunday, central defense, Shaw is going to play on the left side of the central defense, and Lindelof is going to play on the right side of the central defense. Bissaka, more probably right back, Dalot left back. I think that's how we are going to stand in the central defense of Manchester United. Then I'm having Munyambango Michael. Please, the Glazers, they must rely. The Glazers should go. The Glazers should go, and we get in a man or an owner that can really get us players that Ten Hag really wants. I guess that Timothy, indeed, Harry Maguire should be sold. Get out. He's a total mess. That's it. Then Abba Good Life, a GK. Defense was very poor. Not only defense, the entire team was poor. Let's restructure the statement. The entire team of United looked poor, and we never looked like we could go ahead and really put our cast together to put in things that we want. Then I'm having Old Port Charles, the Glazer. Glazers should go. Glazers should go. And all this that we are really receiving here is because of the Glazers, because they never backed Erik ten Hag with the players that he wanted at first. Abajo Nicolas, however, mistakes are done, but we need more effort and everything will be okay. And thanks for your time as well. Happy Eid, every Man United fan. Otherwise, let's keep strong. Yeah, happy Eid to every United fan, by the way, because today is Eid. We are already into the 21st of April. That is Eid. Abba, good AGK, please let Maguire leave United with immediate effect. He doesn't belong here. He doesn't belong here. And this is not his home. I think he also knows it better, that he doesn't belong here, and he's really that kind of player that is really a calamity to this team of United. Main tells me that with the kind of form Brighton are in, foreseeing another serious injection coming. I understand, I'm not undermining Brighton, but if you're having Rashford back, you know, Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes is going to be back, Sabitzer, Eriksson, Lindelof, Luke Shaw, I think we can handle Brighton. We can handle Brighton. One thing is that they play an open game. They play an open game, meaning that we will find means to go past them and score those goals. Having not scored in this game is really bad, but this time around, we're going to be playing at Wembley. It's a neutral stadium. If you told me that we are going to play away at Brighton, I would have said it was going to be a hard one, but we are going to play away at... we are going to play at Wembley, neutral stadium. All of us are going to be having the same number of fans. And I think this season, Wembley might be our lucky charm that has seen us really go on and really win games of football. So guys, thank you very much for watching it through. That has been my match reaction. And I think you guys have had a very wonderful stay here. I'm returning with their player ratings. Muslims, happy Eid Mubarak, Eid. And then... my Christian friends, I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. I'm out.